And with that, I'm going to start talking about K2. I think it's unfortunate that, a lot of Indian climbers, because of the politics, K2 has been a mountain that's kind of one that's hard for them to access. So I'll spend a little bit of time talking about that mountain, and hopefully that situation will change, over the next few years, hopefully. And I'm going to talk about Everest and Nanga Parbat and a couple of other big successes, but then I'm going to talk a little bit about how most of the time you don't succeed. So can we have the first slide, please? Oh, or maybe I just push this forward and that'll do it. And then maybe the lights here I don't need. I was my interest in K2 really started when I was pretty young. There were, they'll work on the lights here. It's the second highest mountain in the world, but really it's one of the most difficult and dangerous high mountains in the world. It's steep on all sides, and it really requires, I think, someone with expert skills to climb it safely and to get to the top. The mountain lies on the border between Pakistan and China, and I first tried this mountain from the north side, the Chinese side, in 1986. The north side of K2 is a vast, mountainous, dry desert. There are very few people who live there. In fact, there are so few people who live there. It's not like the south side of K2 where there are a lot of villages where you can hire, local people for your porters. On the north side of the mountain, it's so desolate and it's so there's so little water that no one lives there. And so to get all of our equipment to the mountains, we had to use camels to carry everything. And these camels are some of the toughest and orneriest beings I've ever been around. The north side of K2 also is incredibly remote. You have to go over a high pass, the Aigil Pass, and then drop down into this river valley, the Shaksgam River Valley, and then the rivers in the summertime, they get very deep because with the warmer summertime temperatures, the snow melts and it fills up the rivers with water so that they become too deep to wade. So you have to go in early enough, like by early June, when the rivers are low, and then while you're climbing there, the rivers flood and you can't get back out until the summer melt is over, like in late August. So you're stuck there for 2 or 3 months because of the river. And this is a very remote part of China, and you can't, and there's no helicopters available. So if somebody gets hurt, or you have an accident, or you need to get out of there, or you can't. You're stuck there. This is like the old days. This is like Eric Shipton in the 1930s when he mapped this area in his book. You should read it. It's called Blank on the Map. That one of the first explorers to go here. So this is a real adventure, and this is true exploring still. There are still places in the world that are like that. And in 1986, we didn't have satellite phones. So when we went there for several months, there was literally no communication and no connection with the outside world.